Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP from the Gold Saucer every week on a Friday when judging begins for the Fashion Report minigame then. This is week 382 and this time around we've got the Ishgardian agent for our theme, and the clues include noir for our body, toward the heavens for our legs, Dalmascan chic for our feet, and keeping company for our ear slot. In this video we'll have an attempt at a 100. Unfortunately I was not able to. I'll explain why, but I'll show you how you can. An 80 with dies as well as an easy 80. So let's move on to that nearly 100. Okay then, let's have a look at this. The reason we didn't get 100 then is because of an earring failure, excuse me. So obviously I just put the fat cat earrings here. The reason being is that the best in slot and the gold rating earring slot this week, we'll start backwards a little bit this week, is actually from completing 500 supply missions with one of your 3 grand companies. As you can see here on screen, this is an achievement, and obviously it's relative to whatever grand company you're a part of. Now, you can't do the expert delivery missions, they have to be supply missions, so that's 500 of those. They are locked on a time frame. I never bothered to do any of these, quite honestly, and yeah, I guess it's biting me in the butt right now. So that's the reason we can't do the 100 today. But if you do have one of these earrings, which includes the Crimson Standard earrings, the Lily and Serpent earrings, and Tipping the Scales earrings, either from your Immortal Flames, your Maelstrom, or of course your Twin Adder, you will be able to get a 100 score with this setup, just so you know. That's what the earring is. For the rest of it then, for our chess piece, for the clue noir, clearly the best item would be the noir long coat. I actually don't know of any other alternatives. I've had a look through some old fashion reports, but honestly I think that this might be the only thing that fits there. This was obtained then as part of a set, the noir set, which is with Sildan potsherds, 27 of them to be exact, from Trissant in Old Charlian for doing obviously the Sildan Subterrane variant mode dungeon. So if you haven't done this, then I presume it's going to be difficult for you to get this long coat. But it seems to be on its own there. For our legs then, this then is the bit where you can sort of mix and match. So any antiquated or original level 60, so it could be the original version or the antiquated version of the Heavensward 210 item level artifact legs. You can get these back for 100 poetics from Idleshire off of the NPC Seika. If you have the originals, you can upgrade them to augmented versions. Or if you want to just go and purchase these, if you've got some Centurio seals, you can go to Yolaine in the Foundation of Ishgard at the Forgotten Knight pub downstairs off of the Centurio seal vendor off of your desired tab. You will be able to purchase those 210 legs of your choice. Bear in mind that I have seen reports that jobs that were added after 3.0 will not work for these legs, so the artifact legs, the level 60 legs. So that includes Gunbreaker or Dancer. So unfortunately, if you play either of those, you're not going to be able to complete this. It needs to be anything that was available during 3.0. Okay, just so that we're clear on that. For the feet then, there is no alternatives to this either. This is the Dalmascan leather shoes. These are crafted with leatherworker, as you can see on screen. Honestly, not a bad recipe, but again, is going to require you to do some crafting in the game. I guess for free trials, that's a possibility, but not really something we can count on. And of course with the earring, like I said before, with the achievements. So let's move on to the 80 with dies. For the 80 with dies then, it really doesn't get any better. We've got any weapon in the game dyed Halatali yellow, any helm and chest bright orange dye, which is the new dye that you can get from Cosmic Exploration, your hands, any hands in the game dark purple, and legs and feet gunmetal black. A lot of those are quite tricky to attain or require a little bit of effort to go out of your way. Technically, you might be able to get those on a free trial, maybe not the gunmetal black unless you're doing the Sky Builder stuff. But yeah, it's not very great, is it? Personally, I don't think that this is a good option. Moving on then to the easy 80s. And then essentially what we're going to do is get any of those level 60 artifact leggies. So again, I've got the Orison skirt. Again, this is really good to go for the Centurio seal option, unless you already have these lying around the level 60 artifact legs, which you should have potentially if you've got through your free trial play account. You should be able to get these, and then combine that with 2 dyes. First of all, any helm in the game, you dye that bark brown, and any chest in the game, bark brown, as well as having something equipped in obviously every slot. You are guaranteed an 80. So this is probably the best way to approach this that I can possibly think of, using obviously, you know, the fact that we had orange for best in slots, and now it obviously means brown works. So yeah, that should get you your maximum MGP. It wasn't a very comfortable fashion report this week, to be sure. Another way of actually doing this is to get the Dalmask and leather shoes, like I said before, from the 100. They're craftable, they're leather worker, might not be accessible to everyone, and then you can dye those SUT black. And for whatever reason, if you combine just the Dalmask and leather shoes with a SUT black dye and having something equipped in every slot, you also get an 80 score. But I still think the freedom of access for, you know, free trial players and everybody who doesn't want to spend forever, a few Centurio seals, or having this originally, either the antiquated or the actual full version, augmented version, and having 2 brown dyes. Yeah, that's nice and easy. Anyway, let me know if that helped. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you put your MGP buffs on, because you'll get over 90,000 MGP, up to 96,000 MGP with just the basic Jackpot 2 buff. If you've got more than that, you'll get even more, but 90,000 MGP base. Definitely don't want to miss out on this whilst Make It Rain is currently on. Much love, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.